Welcome back to another episode of Mitten Marijuana, the podcast where we review and learn all about cannabis. I'm Joe.
And I'm Chloe.
Today we're going to be diving into dips. It's an indica-dominant hybrid strain, and that we've really been enjoying lately.
Oh, yeah.
Big fan. So whether you're a seasoned smoker or new to the scene, this episode has something for you. Let's get started. First up, let's talk about the basics of dips. This strain is an indica-dominant hybrid, like I just said, with genetics tracing back to grape ape and cookies and cream, most notably. There's a few other options that also make dips, but those two, grape ape and cookies and cream, are the two most commonly most commonly used parents.
Why do I feel like cookies and cream was in another one that we smoked? Why do I feel like I recognize that?
We've definitely seen cookies and cream a few times. I just can't place where.
Right.
I feel like maybe off air we've talked about it.
Who knows?
It's mixed with something else.
Mm-hmm.
Visually, it boasts dense, larger buds, dark green, a little bit of purple, and
very true.
It's very sticky due to its frosty trichomes.
Yeah, I could definitely feel how sticky it was. But shockingly enough, when I was packing my bowl, I couldn't get like a wad to stick to put at like the very bottom to not get like a flake, because I was going to try and kind of like at the bottom just have one solid piece, but it wasn't ever like stuck, so it doesn't get
it's definitely
it's not too sticky that you're not gonna like accidentally like super overpack or anything like that.
Yeah, I think it's the right amount of stickies, but the stickies because of the trichomes.
I have no idea what that is.
Yeah, I wrote in my script, pause to answer Chloe's asking me what that is. So I've got that prepared. The trichomes are like the tiny hair-like structures that are found on the surface of cannabis plants.
Oh.
So you ever see them? They look a little fuzzy.
Okay.
Those are the trichomes.
So that explains. Okay, that makes a lot of sense then, as to why it's also not sticky to itself.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's sticky to me.
Well, it's kind of sticky to itself too, but not as much.
Yeah, it's more sticky to me than it is of itself.
Trichomes are used for protection by the plant for protection against like UV pest herbivores. The stickiness is actually supposed to deter insects and animals from eating it.
Oh, wow.
It just draws me to it.
Yep.
Give me the sticky green shit. It helps with temperature regulation. It's important in the production of cannabinoids and terpenes. That's where it makes the primary sites.
Cannabinoids?
Cannabinoids, like THC and CBD, and terpenes are produced and stored. According to this research that I've done, the terpenes will give it its smell.
Yeah, that's like the only thing I've been able to find.
So there you go. We're going to have a terpene episode. I promise.
Once we get past that it's just an essential oil.
Once we know exactly what it is.
Because everything that I'm finding just goes, it's in essential oils. And I'm like, right, but what is it in weed? Because apparently that's what matters. But it can't be just scent, because otherwise it wouldn't matter that much.
Right. And they're actually quite small. Typically 20 micrometers. They're typically less than 20 micrometers, which is, you need like a magnifying glass. And that's how a lot of farmers or harvesters, growers, they'll look at them under a magnifying glass or a microscope even to determine the optimal harvest time. Don't ask me how, but we'll get a grower on here to tell us how one of these days. Yeah. So there you go. Now do you know what a trichome is?
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Jesus. Yeah, this is 100% very quickly like become a top favorite of mine.
Oh yeah. It's not very expensive. I didn't write that I would talk about where I got it from, but I will. I got this from Bud Brothers, and it was $79 for an ounce. So very, very well priced. I mean, most Most time, $100 is gonna be a pretty average weed, but for $79, this is the best bang for your buck in my opinion.
Yeah.
Especially for what it does. We'll get into that. But when you get the package, when you open it up, would you like to try and describe the smell?
Oh God. Where is the package? Where'd you put it? I have the better nose out
It's
of the
that
two
one.
of us.
I smelled it like a motherfucker earlier today
Mm-mm.
to fill in what I would say it smells like, and I got a pretty good. I think it'll be pretty close to what I smelled.
Am I crazy for just being like it smells like weed?
It definitely does smell like weed.
Yeah,
But-
like it borders on to me like skunk weed, like ditch weed in a way,
definitely not.
where
Definitely
it's not.
No, you
It's
wouldn't.
kind of
You wouldn't smell
sour
ditch
and
weed.
bitter. It's not like the
All
sweetest
right,
weed
smell
I've
for
smelled.
citrus.
A citrus?
Yeah, smell for some citrusy smells.
I guess kind of.
Yeah, a little more, not lemon pledge, but more of actual fucking lemon.
Oh God, yeah, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, now that you say that, I kind of hate it.
So
that makes me
I
sad.
had lemon and berries. A very like
Oh,
berry,
really?
kind of I kind of smell like a blueberry, like very. I don't know. It was just something about.
Like a blueberry lemonade.
I guess yeah, that's definitely a thing.
I know.
It certainly exists at some of these
Jamba
places.
Juice.
Yeah, I don't go there.
This
I don't
is the
even think there's
first
one
place.
anywhere fucking near us.
There's not. I just remember there was once in one of the Nashville malls.
Yeah. But when you smell it, or when you smoke it, rather, the taste, it's very much the same. I still taste a little citrus, not
And to me,
but
it's
not
one
heavy.
of it's
certainly
one of
not
the
heavy.
most neutral tastes to me.
Yeah.
It doesn't interfere with my coffee or my tea.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
it's so neutral that I feel like
Yeah,
comparatively.
it's not super sweet, and it's not super citrusy, but it's a little combination of the two that kind of like balance them out.
Mhm.
And then when you smoke it, has that little earthy undertone
Yeah.
to it, which I think really makes it a great coffee drink.
Yeah, it's kind of
tea
got like
drink.
a heavy
It's
mouth
just a-
feel.
Yeah, it's a really nice. It's not super drying.
Yeah.
I did not have a dry throat. I did.
Yeah, unless it
was
just
great.
burned too hot. That was the only time that we ever had like an issue.
Yeah.
Was it does kind of burn a little hot, I
But
feel like.
No, I think that's just every weed burns that hot. We just normally don't smoke them all the way down like we've been smoking dips.
Yeah,
because that's how
true.
fucking good this shit is.
Yeah, we're just not used to actually finishing it or being so dedicated to finish
Yeah,
it because
enjoying
it is
it so
so
thoroughly.
good. It is for sure one of my favorites.
Yeah. So today we smoked it in a cross joint, which I've been practicing rolling in anticipation for our Pineapple Express commentary.
Oh
Uh,
gosh. I'm
yeah.
forgetting that we can.
We're gonna do that soon-ish. Yeah. I mean, that's what I wanted to roll it and us do our commentary while smoking the cross joint from the movie. So
Yep.
the effects of dips kicked in within 10 to 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And I mean, again, it really depends on how hard you're chiefing. Like if you're really ripping your joint, maybe a little quicker. But if you're talking, if you're having conversation during it,
Yeah.
probably 10, 20 minutes. And it was with a kind of moderate intensity.
Yeah, no, I didn't feel like I got blindsided or anything.
Yeah, I didn't get cooked. I wasn't.
Yeah, it wasn't
crawling
like
around the
0
ground.
to 100 in a couple of
Yeah.
minutes. It was okay. I'm starting to feel it.
It wasn't.
Okay, and now it's really
Jordan-
setting in, and
It wasn't Jordan Belfort
Okay.
on Quaalude. It was very, very, very moderate. It felt very good. And it lasted a couple hours or so.
yeah,
Physically, it felt very relaxed. It gave me one of the best body highs I've ever had. And mentally, it offered a very euphoric feeling that really just made me want to vibe out.
Yeah.
really just be enjoying everything around me. It was just such a good one.
Yep. I 100% agree with that in the sense of like mentally for sure,
Very euphoric.
but also kind of like a weird, I don't know if focus is the right word,
No,
but it's like,
I did talk about this when I wrote this earlier.
yeah, of like you said, you want to get involved
Yeah.
in what's going on around you,
Mhm.
of like all of a sudden you just feel, okay, I'm like, it's a good party kind of high, I
Yeah.
think, in a sense of like, now I want to be here and now I want to do the stuff that people are doing. And
Yeah, you could microdose dips throughout your day, and it would be the best day ever.
I
That'd be
wish.
amazing.
I wish I could
Me
do
too.
that,
That'd be
to
cool.
be honest.
We
Mainly
could do it on the
because
weekend one of these
for
days.
me, one of my favorite effects of it is the pain relief, especially with the pain issues that I've been having lately. I've
Yeah.
been having so much insane jaw tension that
Mhm.
it, at one point today, I like literally had to take my lunch because I no longer could talk,
Yeah. And
which I
this,
talk all day for work.
I always wear my Apple Watch, and I didn't notice any point of the day where during my high where my heart rate was elevated.
Yeah.
So my heart rate wasn't fucking going through the roof, but
Mm-hmm.
it does make me a little paranoid. I feel like I'm sensing everything, and I'm on edge a little bit when I hear something
Overstimulated.
hit. I'm like, I feel it.
You're
Yeah.
just overstimulated almost.
Yeah, but it's not crazy. It's not like
Yeah.
a fucking intense paranoia like some weeds are. It was there. It was subtle.
You become hyper aware.
Yeah, I became.
Which is just so not how you naturally are, so it
No.
translates in your own brain as slight paranoia,
Mhm.
even though you know logically that
Yeah.
nothing is actually happening.
Yeah, of course.
So you can't call it paranoia, but your brain thinks it's paranoia for a
Mhm.
second.
Yeah. So
I feel that.
overall, dips is the perfect. I mean the perfect way to end your day.
Yep, I'm
Or
about
anytime
to
you just
go.
want to relax and vibe out. Perfect.
I'm gonna go finish my bowl, to be honest.
It's amazing for bed.
Actually, yeah, I'm actually gonna go
Yeah.
finish the rest of my bowl.
One of the things that I read about it today was a lot of people claim it helped with their anxiety and their insomnia. And for sure, you sleep so good on this.
Yep, I'm so excited.
Yeah, though, like compared to other strains like Granddaddy Perp, it doesn't make you tired. It doesn't like give you the extreme sleepiness, which
It doesn't induce the.
which gives it a higher rating in my book.
Yes.
Because Granddaddy Perp is now just a one-trick pony. You smoke it, you're going to bed.
Yeah,
But
that's a good insomnia cure.
You have dips. You can go to your party, be having have a joint the entire time you're there, and you will be in the best feeling. It's so good.
And then have the best night's sleep afterwards, as like the best cherry on top.
Maybe just
little
throw a bowl together real
tie.
quick. Put it in a bowl quick and rip that before you go to sleep. You're going to sleep.
It really is the best of both worlds. Yeah. It's so social.
I think it's definitely one of my favorite weeds to date that we've tried.
I think it is my number one.
This and gelato are two of my favorites, but this one I think passes gelato with how versatile and how great, how inexpensive it is. So
yeah, I think that's funny that out of all things, for you, it's the inexpense.
Yeah. Well, I normally, I don't know, I just buy an ounce typically because you get a better deal when you buy a bunch of weed, and then I don't have to fucking go every week to get a new vape like you're going.
I'm not going every week.
No, but you go to the store way more than I do.
Because you don't go to the store.
When I do, I go to like two or three stores just to look what they got, and then I fuck off.
Yeah.
I don't trust. Weed Maps is the fucking worst at telling me what's in stock places.
Yeah,
I was
no.
looking for
I just look to see if they carry, like if a certain place carries the line that I'm looking
yeah,
for, and then I'll see
but
if
I'm
they
never
actually
looking for
have.
line. I'm looking for flower.
True.
So, like, I was looking for Pineapple Express. They're like planted as Pineapple Express. I'm like, oh, bet I haven't even been to Planted yet. I'll hop in.
Hmm.
I went to Planted. They didn't have it. Awesome store though. They have the cheapest flower around.
Is it really as small as it looks on
Yes,
the
very
outside?
small. It's very
Okay.
small. But it's
It is so tiny looking.
yeah, it is very small, but it's very full.
Is it?
Yeah, it's not like Elite, which is very big and very empty.
I have not been to
I
Elite
haven't
in
been
a
to Elite in
long
a while.
time.
I want to go back
Since
just to
they
see what's
became
going
a
on.
superstore, I have not gone
Oh,
back.
the superstore it's the same size.
Is it really?
Yeah, nothing's changed.
Ugh.
They're leasing the other side. They were attached to like
Liquor store.
a liquor store that burned down. So they bought the liquor store.
I didn't know
Well, it
it
didn't
burned
burn
down.
down, but there was a fire and the liquor store fucked off. But they bought that liquor store and they put a sign that said Superstore coming soon.
Thinking that
Then
they were expanding and
yeah,
becoming this
I
like
mean, at least leading
massive.
us to believe that they were gonna be the fucking Mall of America of weed.
Yeah,
But no, as soon as
legit.
I went in after said Superstore. I went in, it was the same store. I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, they
Like
did
the
the
waiting room was even bigger.
really.
At least give me a bigger waiting room.
Yeah, their
But
waiting
now
room
they
kind
have
of
like
sucks.
a
Not gonna lie.
lease sign out there. I think what they probably wanted to do was open they probably want to do a superstore, which is stupid. They should have done like a gaming room, like have arcade games, pinball machines, and cornhole
Hmm.
and shit. They should have done that on the other fucking half. That'd been great.
Yeah.
We talked about that last week about the place doing it, the Remedy Room in
Yep.
downtown.
Yep. I'm so excited for that. I'm so hyped.
Yeah. Hey, if you guys want to hang out,
Yeah. No,
when
like
that's open, we'll probably
kind
be
of no
there a few
joke.
times, dude. Anyway, what would you give dips out of 10?
I am so tempted to give this a perfect 10.
Wow.
I currently, and I mean, we have smoked this a couple of times.
Mm-hmm. Yes, really good. I'm almost out of
It
my
is
house.
it is now my go-to grab.
Probably got a third of an ounce.
Nice. And then I
Maybe.
have my one little
Your
like
dime
gram.
bag. Yeah.
I have my one little one that I got, not realizing that this big bag that we've been smoking is what it was. I
Mhm.
thought we ran out, like you just got enough for one kind of thing.
No, I
We
bought it.
smoked it and
I
then I
bought an
loved it.
ounce. And I did knowing that I was gonna be practicing rolling the cross joints, which I've gotten pretty good at.
I'm very
There's
glad
a
that you chose this to get that
there's
amount
a
in now.
there's a picture on the on
Twitter.
all everywhere actually.
Oh,
On
is it
Twitter,
everywhere?
on Facebook, and on Instagram of on the second cross joint I rolled.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause we didn't get a before picture on the first one. We just smoked.
We just started it.
Yeah.
Didn't
So
even think about it. It also wasn't really exactly a sight to behold.
no, it
That
wasn't
was
great.
you
It was pretty
figuring it
awful.
out. The second one was, okay, how can I make this pretty?
Yeah, my third one was beautiful.
It's like how to build it and then how to build it pretty.
Yeah, my third one was really cool. It looked good. It smoked really good. You weren't there, unfortunately. I smoked with my buddy Ryan.
Oof.
It was smoked good, looked good, tasted good, and I have the big fat part rolled for the base of it right now. I have to roll a smaller joint, shove her through the hole, and that'll be my fourth and hopefully the best one yet.
Mm-hmm.
They aren't as hard as they look. It just takes a little bit of finesse and understanding. So on your fourth one, you'll probably be golden. My third one's pretty good. So 3 in, you'll be solid. But all 3 were smokable. Not once did I have to like tear it apart and cannibalize it.
Right.
So it's always gonna be smokable, and there's a lot of great tutorials on YouTube. I think I would use Dope as Yola. He had a good tutorial.
Dope is what?
Dope as Yola or Eula.
Oh.
Yeah. He's allergic to flour, but he smokes so much weed. And it's really funny. I saw an Instagram post of him just like breaking out.
Oh my god.
But he can smoke it fine. Smoke fine, flower bad.
So like touching it, handling
Yeah,
it.
you can't touch it, but he rolls the joints.
Is he
Not
wearing
all the time.
gloves?
No,
Fucking psychopath.
I won't wear gloves. Fuck that. Anyway, yeah. So you give it a 10.
Yeah, I'd have to say at this current time, I have yet to have a strain that I like more.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah, this is like my number one.
Yeah, but because I don't want to jump to 10, you did make me rethink it. I rated it 8.5 earlier.
Really?
But when we were talking about
I'm actually
this
kind of
is a really fucking good weed.
yeah.
So I've upped from 8.5 to 9.3.
9.3. How specific?
They give me some wiggle room in case there's some real shit. In case in 2 weeks we smoke literally the best fucking weed known to man. They'd be like, whoa. So
then I'm just gonna be handing out 10s every time because
yeah, I don't want.
I'm doing it comparatively.
I want 10 to be the best fucking one.
For me, it's comparatively too. So like, how likely am I to reach this again? How likely am I to go out of my way and buy it again? I would. Yeah. There is not another flower on the market that I would go out of my way to buy at this current time. Not even like pre-rolls. Like I love my Jeter Mai Tais. Those shits are good.
Mm-hmm.
But I would almost still grab this first. The only reason why I might grab a Mai Tai is because it gets me higher faster than this does. But I like the high of this more.
We do have that distillate.
I know, and that's what I really want to try.
So maybe 2 weeks we're reviewing dips plus distillate. I think that'd be the way.
Hell yeah.
But do we smoke a cross joint covered in distillate?
My God. I think that would induce me into coma.
I kind of want to try.
Especially with this one. Of all of them, this is the weed I'd want to try with.
Just a joint first. Just to make sure it's not going to really fucking overdo it. I don't want to be greening out while we're fucking trying to record, have a seizure.
Well, no, I'm saying use dips to test it, even just on a normal, mini joint or something.
Yeah, a normal size joint. Not our.
This is also like a good test joint for anything like that, I think.
Yeah. I mean, it's the best one we've had, so.
Yeah.
But we don't really add shit to our weed to test the weed.
Mm.
You know, this is gonna be the first time ever, but it only makes sense to do with this weed. You already know what we think of it, so now you'll have you'll understand better, I guess. Try to remove a fucking sticker.
Oh my God! I was like, what the hell are you doing?
Every time I looked over, it looked like there's a hole in my desk.
Oh my God!
All right. Well, do you have anything else to say about dips that you haven't already said?
Honestly, not really.
Yep, I feel the same.
No, I touched on my pain relief that I'm really in love with today, especially.
Yeah. Hold on, I gotta pull this up as well here. All right. Well, to wrap things up, I think we're both in accordance, I guess.
In a consensus.
Yeah,
we've come to a consensus.
Dips is definitely worth a try, especially if you're looking for something relaxing, euphoric, without the groggy effects of other indicas. In our next episode, we're gonna look into the history of cannabis.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Exciting.
So don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, follow us on the social media. All the links are in our link tree down below.
Mm-hmm.
If you want exclusive content, make sure to check out our Patreon. Thanks for listening. See you next Wednesday. Same pot time, same pot channel. I'm Mitten Marijuana.